Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast. I'm Tim Streifler, and today we are talking about 5 ways to sell things online with WordPress. Now, it's no secret that WooCommerce is a pretty big deal. WooCommerce is not just the biggest, most popular e-commerce platform for WordPress, it's actually the most popular e-commerce platform for the entire internet. So there are more websites built on WooCommerce than any other e-commerce platform out there, even Shopify. Shopify gets a lot of buzz, but WooCommerce even trumps Shopify. So I think they have like 35% or something of all e-commerce market share, which is saying something. So pretty big deal. Now, with that said, WooCommerce is great, but WooCommerce is not the only solution for WordPress. A lot of times people think e-commerce on WordPress is synonymous with WooCommerce. But there's other ways to sell things on WordPress. And so we're going to be talking about 5. So the first one is WooCommerce. And again, WooCommerce is great, has a lot of positive things about it, integrates with everything. It's crazy popular. And so that you can get a lot of help for it. So there's a lot of reasons to use WooCommerce, but it is a pretty heavy software. And so sometimes you don't need that. And so we're going to be talking about a couple different methods of selling things online, depending on what you're trying to do. So one somewhat popular way of selling things online with WordPress is using easy digital downloads. Now, David and I both love easy digital downloads. We both run our stores on easy digital downloads, and we also use it on wpgears.com to sell our courses. And it's great. It is designed for digital products. It's in the name. And so it's fantastic. The one downside is there's no built-in styling. So you have to use custom CSS for just about everything, where WooCommerce, most themes that you use or page builders have WooCommerce styling built in, which makes it really easy. That's not the case with EDD. And so you do have to write a lot of custom CSS to make it look the way you want. But besides that, it's fantastic. It's lightweight. If you get the all access pass, it's very affordable, and you get all of the extensions that you would need. So highly, highly, highly recommend easy digital downloads. Now, that's not the only thing. There are other even simpler ways of selling things online. And so one I want to talk about is forms. So you can use a premium form plugin such as Gravity Forms, which we talk about a lot on the show. Gravity Forms is awesome. But you can actually use a free plugin too, like Forminator, and you can sell things online using the form plugin, integrating with Stripe or PayPal, and you can sell things online, which is crazy, using nothing more than a form plugin. And so that is a really easy, simple, clean way to sell things without having to spend a lot of money to get it going. So that's awesome. So form plugins are great. Now, another method of selling things online with WordPress that I want to talk about is a brand new e-commerce solution. It's by my friend Adam Preiser. Adam is the one behind Cart Flows, which is a WooCommerce add-on for creating sales funnels. Adam also is behind Presto Player. So he's done a lot of really great products and has a very popular YouTube channel as well. And he's just a really great guy too. So him and his partner created SureCart. SureCart is like the next generation e-commerce for WordPress. Now, when I say next generation, some of the things that you think of WooCommerce as being downsides, they've completely corrected. So for example, WooCommerce is bloated, right? There's no matter if you're selling one product or 100,000 products, there's a lot of code being added to your site. There's a lot of database queries happening, and it's a pretty heavy loaded piece of software. And so SureCart fixes that by having headless design. So headless meaning the bulk of the functionality is actually happening on their servers, not within WordPress, not within the database. So it's not going back and forth to the database like WooCommerce is, where WooCommerce is storing all that data there. And so it's correcting that by being headless. So SureCart is awesome. It's super fast, and it's modern, and you should definitely check it out. Oh, and it is free. There's a free version. I don't think they've even launched the paid version yet, So there's nothing even to buy at this point. So definitely go and check out SureCart. You will definitely love it. Adam and his partner and the team behind it are a top-notch team in the WordPress space. And so very, very high quality stuff. So that is number 4 on how to sell things online with WordPress. So first was WooCommerce. Second is form plugins. Second was EDD. Third was form plugins. Fourth is SureCart. Now the 5th way is to actually use, excuse me. The 5th way is to use a platform specific e-commerce store. So for example, or I guess solution specific. So for example, if you are selling an online course, Lifter LMS, LearnDash, they have a cart and checkout built in, right? So you don't have to add anything else to it to be able to sell your online courses. Same thing with events calendars. If you're using an events plugin and you want to be able to sell tickets, well, you don't have to go in and install WooCommerce. You can actually use their built-in checkout. And so if all you're planning on doing is selling a course or an event ticket or whatever it may be, and the platform you're using has it built in, there's no reason to add in additional e-commerce functionality, even if it's a lightweight functionality. And so that's kind of a e-commerce solution that people forget about, because in their minds, it has to be WooCommerce, or it has to be this or that. When if you're using LearnDash or you're using Lifter LMS and all your site's doing is selling an online course, well, then you don't need to overcomplicate and overbloat it with adding additional e-commerce functionality on top of it. So that is it for this episode. Hopefully you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's a 6th or a 7th way to sell things online with WordPress that you have used and has been really effective. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about our biggest mistakes we made when we were new to web design. It's going to be an awesome episode. Don't miss it. We have an add-on part of this as well that we're going to point you to, so you can even take the learning further. So tune into episode tomorrow. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.